can see my screen now. Okay, thank you. Again, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for attending our session today. Welcome to our session, which is Financial Reporting in Dynamics 365 Business Central. I'll be your speaker for today, and together we will explore how Business Central empowers organizations to turn numbers into insights. So, our agenda for today, we will try to recall the topics from our last session. We will discuss the pain points in traditional reporting. We will also discuss some dashboard analogy on the benefits of financial reporting. We will discuss the learning objectives for today, and I will try to build a report and do a live demonstration in a Business Central environment. And then at the end of the discussion, we will do some knowledge check and key takeaways or next steps. So basically, this session will show you how Business Central transforms financial data into real-time insights that support smarter decisions. But before we start, let's recall our last session, the topics that we have discussed last meeting. So we learned how to create general ledger accounts, right? And organize them into five categories: the assets, liabilities, equity, income, and expenses. Right? We categorize the general ledger accounts that we created in Business Central into those categories. We also configured the chart of accounts as the backbone of the financial reporting. Now, let's check what you can recall from the last discussion. Let's start with Misha. Why do you think chart of accounts, the chart of accounts that we created last meeting, why do you think it's important?
In my own opinion, I think chart of accounts is important because it is the structure of the FS reporting. Without it, you can't really categorize the transactions properly. So,
Okay. So through chart of accounts, you can categorize your general ledger accounts into asset, liabilities, equities, and income and expenses, right? What about you, Lorraine? How do these categories help when structuring the reports?
Well, it helps in structuring reports when they give order to the data, and so reports are consistent.
Thank you, Misha and Lorraine. So those are the foundation for financial reporting in Business Central. Now let's have the next slide. Again, I'm Sir Jace. I'm Jason De Leon. You can call me Sir Jace. I'll just allow me to reintroduce myself for information of Preland, our new student. Um, Many of my students call me Sir Jason, but you can call me Sir Jace. With more than a decade of experience in ERP consulting and teaching experience, I bridge the gap between technology and education. My mission is simple: to inspire, educate, and enable others to maximize technology in transforming organizations and communities. Okay? Ground rules for our discussion for today. You can ask anytime. You can just raise your hand. I'll ask you questions, and then all perspectives are welcome during the session. All right? Now, let's connect this to your background. Misha, what's your background and your educational background? What are your experiences in ERP consulting and teaching?
hello, sorry. It's a bit technical.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Nawawala ako.
Yeah, I was asking earlier, your background, Misha, and your position
Yeah.
and your educational
So,
background.
okay. So I am an ERP consultant for finance, and I am an accountancy graduate. Okay.
Thank you. What about you, Lorraine?
I'm an ERP consultant as well, and I'm doing report writer, and I'm an IT graduate.
What about you, TJ?
I'm also an ERP consultant and I'm an IT graduate. I'm also doing a report writing.
Hmm? What about you, Albert?
Hello. I am a software QA engineer testing ERP and also I am an IT graduate. Thank you.
Okay. What about you, Brilliant, our new student in this session?
I am a certified public accountant and at the same time I am an instructor in Polytechnic University of the Philippines.
Thank you, Brilliant. It's so nice that we have a very diverse audience in our group, and most of you have the experience already in ERP and background in accounting. That's a good background. Each of you brings a unique lens. Misha will connect to finance. Lorraine will be able to connect somehow on the report design, while TJ is more of ERP consulting also, and Albert is on testing, while Preland teaching accounting subjects in PUP. Thank you, everyone. Let's but I just have a one quick question. Anyone can answer this. Have you used Excel or any ERP for reporting? Any one of you who used Microsoft Excel or spreadsheet tool in financial reporting? Just raise your hand. I just want to know. Misha, okay. Who else aside from Misha? Preland, for sure, Preland is also doing public practice, right? Um, and Albert, were you able to use also Excel in financial reporting? That's good. Thank you. Uh, You may now unraise your hand. Thank you again. Now let's move forward with this dashboard. Look at this dashboard. So basically, running a business without proper financial reporting is like driving a car without a dashboard. As we all know, um, the dashboard serve as an indicator for us, um, whether if we are on the correct speed, if we have the right amount of fuel, or are there any other warning signals that we should consider. So you could still drive, but it's risky and stressful without car dashboard, right? In the same way, without real-time financial reports, business leaders or the company owners are essentially driving blind. So basically, Business Central provides dashboard for your business finances. Clear, real-time indicators that guide safe and smart decisions. Okay? Because what are the pain points in traditional reporting? It's time consuming, it's prone to errors and limited insights. Before Business Central, many organizations struggled with financial reporting. Traditional methods often meant manual spreadsheets, delayed information, and risk of accuracy, right? So this created frustration on the side of the business owners or the users, because by the time the reports were ready, the business situation might already change, right? So the following are the pain points in the traditional reporting. My question is, I just have a short question. Would you rather have a report that's 100% accurate but late, or 90% accurate but on time? What do you think? What about you, TJ, in operations? What happens when reports are late?
It affects um the timeline and also the decision making of the group, and also um to the people that we are engaging with.
Thank you. Basically, we cannot plan purchases or trade in on time, right? Because the reports are late. What about you, Albert? As a QA, what if there are multiple report versions?
Ano, as a QA, if there are multiple report versions, I'd need to test which one matches the actual data source.
Very good. Thank you. And both timeliness and accuracy matter. That's where Business Central helps. Okay. Now, Business Central is the dashboard of your finances. This is where Business Central makes difference. It provides real-time accuracy, faster insights, and customizable reports for your smarter decision making. Meaning, decision makers no longer rely on outdated data. With Business Central, reporting is not just about compliance, it's about supporting strategy, transparency, and smarter decision making. Okay. Now, just a quick question, Mr. Preland, how do you think how important it is a real-time cash flow visibility? How important is real-time cash flow visibility is?
I think cash flow visibility is important in a business environment because cash is the most liquid asset. It is used by the business in purchasing their um, working assets, or they use it as a working capital. So the flow of the cash flow visibility will be matter in case of short-term decision making.
Thank you for that insight. Just additional question, Mr. Preland. If you were a CFO or the chief financial officer of the company, what would you check first in the chart of accounts or in the financial reports? What would you check first if you are the CFO of the company?
If I am the CFO of a company, so I check first in my financial statement or in chart of accounts would be the cash or the cash accounts, because this account will be used to know if the company has enough cash to support my operations, my inventory management. So I think that would be the first one to check and important.
You, yep, correct. Cash for cash flow purposes, we need to check our cash to ensure the liquidity of the company. That's the point of Preland. We might also want to consider revenue or income to see if we are growing, or the expenses for us to control the cost. So basically, Business Central brings all of this together. Okay, so that's real-time accuracy, faster insights, and smarter decisions through a reduced manual reporting process. The learning objectives for today are the following. By the end of the session, we'll be able to explain financial reporting, basically understand the fundamental concepts of financial reporting, the purpose and role in supporting organizational decision making, set up a simple report in Business Central, and finally, organizational decision making, understand how reporting supports the organizational decision making. Among of these learning objective, which excites you most, Lorraine?
I think the connecting data from operations into finance.
Yeah. since you're doing report writing in your job, I think that's really relevant how to connect the data from operations into finance. What about you, Misha? Among the following learning objectives, which excites you most?
The one that excites me most is about building the FS report since I'm an ERP finance. So I enjoy turning this raw data in a more clear and clear data, meaning it helps me in decision making and of course understand the business better. So yeah.
Thank you, Lorraine and Nisha, for your insights. Now let's build the report. Okay. So creating a report in Business Central is straightforward. First, we navigate the financial reporting page in the Business Central environment, and then we select the report template if we have the template for, say, for example, for income statement, for balance sheet, for cash flow statement. So for those kind of reports, we can just select the templates. But also, you also have the option to create a new statement if you want to. Say, for example, for management reporting purposes, you can create sales report, something like that. Okay. So after creating a new report, we can now define rows and columns of the reports. Imagine a student report card. In this case, you can see a student report card. The rows are the subjects like math, English, science. Here we have literature, history, and geography. The columns are the grading periods or the time. We have the quarter one, quarter two, quarter three. Those are the columns. Okay. So basically in Business Central, rows are your accounts, the GL accounts that you defined in the previous session, while the columns are your time periods. It could be monthly, it could be last month, or you could add another column for your budgets and then compare the actual month actual month what do you call this, the actuals in this month versus the budget. Okay. So you could have the comparison. Okay. So those are basically I just show you a student report card here just for better appreciation of what we are going to do. Once you were able to define the rows and columns, again, the rows are the accounts, the columns are the time or the period. We can now preview and save the report in the system. Okay. So now let's move forward. Do you have any questions on building a report in Business Central so far? Everything is clear with the row definition and the column definition? Okay, thank you for that reaction. Now let's move forward in the actual demonstration in Business Central. Let me just click this link. This is a sandbox environment, meaning an environment for testing and educational purposes only. So we are here in the demo ABC, company ABC. This is the Business Central navigation, the dashboard, or the profile center, the first page that you will see once you log in your Business Central. Of course, I have here my user information. Once I log in here, you can see your dashboard. On the upper portion are the modules. We have the finance, cash management, sales for your sales code, sales orders. You also have your purchasing here for your purchase orders, purchase codes, and the blanket PO if you do blanket PO. We also have actions items here. These are usually for your common use tasks. So instead of navigating in your modules, you can easily go to your sales code if you are working on the sales code, or you can just go to the reports and show your favorite reports or Excel reports showing the trial balance, the subsidiary ledger reports. You also have insights here, basically showing uh, the Q tiles. What are the pending orders? What are the pending returns? What are the ongoing sales? Here in this one, this actually follows the traffic light feature. It will turn red if this is unfavorable for the company. Say for example, you have 1,000 sales quotes open. So that's unfavorable for the company, right? We can actually define it as unfavorable to make it red, or you can make it orange or yellow, and then definitely green for if it's still tolerable or favorable on our end. On this side, you can see the business performance, the widgets or the charts showing the in dashboard or in graphs the financial performance or the performance of the company. Now going back to our finance, I'm going to click financial reporting here. So currently, these are the templates that I have in my financial reporting. You can create new if you would like to create new report. But since because of the time constraint, I'll just show you a pre-made report. I have here an income statement actual versus budget. Let me just click this one. To define the columns and the rows and the columns of the report, we need first to know or to define the row definition. So when I click the edit row definition, I can see here the account. Hello, are you still there? Yeah, okay. Sorry for that. I think we're having a uh, internet problem. But anyway, basically this shows you the accounts. If you would like to insert new account, you just need to go to you can actually insert it from the button or anywhere in the rows, and then just type the account, okay, or edit the account, okay. So from here you can see your GL account list. Okay, so this is where you pull out your GL account. I'll just close this because this one is good already. I already have my GL accounts here. Now on the column definition, basically this will be my columns. I have here the amount, month. Let me just click this one and define the column definition. I have here the amount, budget, variance, and variance percentage. So my expectation in my report, I'm going to have my rows plus the amount, the actual amount, the budget, the variance between the two, and the variance percentage. So this is where I define my row and my column. Once okay with that, you can actually print your report here. Let me just preview it. And you'll be able to generate your report here. So basically, these are the GL accounts from the row definition. And these are the amount, budget, variance, variance percentage from the column definition. Do you have any questions so far? Is it clear? All good? Okay. So basically, that's how you create financial reports in Business Central. So you can create multiple. You can also copy it or export it, or you can export it into Excel so that you'll be able to see it in Excel format. Any questions so far? All good? Basically, that's the end of my live demonstration. I'll go back with our slides. Any questions so far? Do you find it easy or what? Is it complicated or complex? With the current system that you are using now, Miss Misha, I know you are an ERP consultant. Since you're an ERP consultant and you also have more likely you have also financial reporting in your ERP. Is it something that you can implement also in the future? Do you find it easy or what? How do you compare it with your current system?
So in our current system, we have also the same feature, but I find it the Microsoft Business Central feature. I find it more easy because you just need to define the column and then the rows, and then it will automatically extract all the data that you have. So and actually in our ERP it's a bit more limited, but in Business Central it's more they call this more features wherein you can um add rows and more columns. That's
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
In Business Central, yeah, I get you. I think you are coming from the additional columns that you add in your current
yeah.
system. So in Business Central, you can add more columns if you want. You can make it on a monthly basis. You can actually compare it from current year to the previous year if
Yeah.
you are creating comparative income statement, 3-year comparative income statement, something like that. Okay? Any other question? All good? Okay. If that's the case, let's have some knowledge check. Okay. My first question. This is basically to assess what you have learned in our discussion so far. What do you think is the purpose of financial reporting in Business Central? Anyone from the group? Yes, Misha.
For me, since I'm an ERP consultant in for finance, it is very important for me to have a real-time updates, and of course wherein you can customize the FS reports, because again this helps me to provide an accurate analysis, so this analysis will help me to respond quickly to issues, and of course give my management the most reliable updates for their decision making.
So what's your answer? Is it A, B, C, or D?
My answer would be B, real-time and customizable financial reports.
And that is correct. So finance needs reliable, updated report for decision making. Okay, plus customizable financial statements in case of Business Central. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Misha, for your insights. Another item here, in a Business Central financial report, rows and columns represent what? Um, any answer from the group? Albert?
Sir A.
A? Is it
Answer is
A?
A,
Are you
yes.
sure?
Yes, yes.
That is correct. Okay, that is correct. Okay. Basically, by checking if account totals match across periods and reconcile with transactions, um, that's A. Basically, the rows are the accounts, the columns are the time periods. Like with the grade report card, right? So the subjects are the rows, the columns are the time or the quarter. Okay? So that's the answer. It's letter A. Okay? Last but not the least, which of the following is a benefit of using Business Central for reporting? TJ is like reading it so well. Do you have any answer, TJ?
I think all of the above. I mean, I can
All
see
of
my
the above?
answers. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this one is a little bit hard because I wasn't able to discuss other software. But basically, all of the above because reports are updated in real time. That is correct. Upon posting a transaction in Business Central, you can see it directly on your financial report and you can drill it down from summary up to the transactional level. Okay? Reports integrate with Excel and Power BI. Of course, since they are in the same Microsoft ecosystem, basically this Business Central can be integrated to Excel or to Power BI without we don't need any intermediary to do it because it's already embedded in the system. Okay? Making it more powerful than the traditional reporting methods. Thank you, TJ, Albert, and Misha for your answers. Seems that you are really uh, listening to our session. Okay, now let's go. Now let's discuss some key takeaways. At the start of our objectives, we try to explain reporting, build a report, and connect to decision making. Okay, let's check. What are your key takeaways for today's session? Anyone from the group? Yes, Freeland.
Sir, my key takeaways for this session tonight is uh, at first, personally, I find the Business Central as a complex software, as a complex application when it comes to creating financial statements because I am an instructor. But tonight, the misconception of mine when it comes to Central is erased because this application is helpful and useful in creating financial statement that has a less error and time. And at the same time, I think I can use this application when it comes to teaching because I believe in academic sorry, sorry for the background noises. So because I believe in teaching or in academe, this innovation when it comes to creation of financial statement is important to the student for them to adapt the innovating creation of financial statements.
Thank you so much, Freeland, for that relatable answer. Thank you so much. Any other key takeaways? What about you, Misha? Can you explain now the reporting in Business Central in your own words?
For me, in my own words, Business Central is using a real-time FS reports. So it helps the company to see its performance throughout the month or the year. So that's
Okay,
my
thank you. Thank you for that answer, Misha. That is correct. Real-time financial reporting to see the company performance. Okay. What about you, Lorraine? Do you still remember the analogy that we use for the rows and the columns in creating or building a report?
Yes, sir. It is a student report card, as mentioned earlier. So rows are the subjects or accounts, while the columns are the grading periods or time.
Thank you. Thank you again. Okay. Basically, your answers shows that we achieve all of our learning objectives for tonight. We have three items here again: the visibility, the real-time or accurate reporting, and the smarter decision making through reduced manual traditional reporting. So again, thank you so much. Basically, I just would like to share with you that ERP Business Central, ERP like Business Central, with regards to financial reporting, it isn't just about for finance. It can touch every role. Each of you brought a unique view for today. Again, Misha for finance, Lorraine doing the reporting, TJ from trade and operations, Albert from QA, and Freeland in the academe or teaching profession. So thank you. And next session will go forward on customizing reports and linking the financial reporting to Power BI, a more advanced session. Thank you, and I love to hear your final questions or reflections. My assignment for you is your reflection for today. If you'd like to continue the conversation, the following is my contact information, and I look forward to connecting with you. Thank you so much. I will not take so much of your time. Have a great night. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank
sir. Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you po.